It's welcome to Empowered Women. At Empowered Women, we believe that if we put more women in decision making positions, we will bring back the balance in this world. And women don't need saving. Empowered women have the ability to save the world. And that's why we talk to inspiring women so that we can convey their message to aspiring women leaders. And today, that's why we have with us Sujata and Taniya of Suta. And can we start, Sujata and Taniya, can we start by you guys saying a little bit about yourself personally?
Hi. So I am Sujata, and in Suta, Su is Sujata and Ta is Tanya. And personally, I think both of us are just really complementary in nature. Our behavior, the way we think, it's very complementary, and at the same time, our choices are very similar. So in the business, we both bring different aspects, as well as there are very little clashes and opinion differences because we think alike. So that's about the business, and people usually say that I am the right brain and she's the left. But I think it's a lot of, it's like a mix of everything. I am the elder sister, and I behave also like the elder one all the time. And yeah, we have had a lot of shifting in our young age. We have shifted to a lot of different places, so we have picked up a lot of culture, and that has helped us, I think.
Yeah, more or less.
More people,
But
and yeah.
ask me about the both of us. Anyone in the world, they say that I am the elder sister, looking at me and my mature behavior, perhaps. So in Suta, I am Tanya Ta, and I do the photography, and Sujata is the model most of the times. I love photography, and I've learned on my own. We since childhood we had only one focus, to study only, and that's all that we have done. And we have been each other's company forever, because we were moving a lot of places because of dad's transferable job. So I think we were the best of friends all the time, fighting, loving, doing this, that, planning.
Yeah, but also when Tanya missed the bit that even if we were studying, there was this, I would not say we wanted to be entrepreneurs or business women, but then we always wanted to create an impact in whatever we did. So we thought we'll make a place which is very beautiful, selling beautiful things. We didn't know exactly what. We used to make cloth bags, we used to make rag dolls, and stuff like that. We used to play and keep saying that we'll sell those. We ended up selling Suta though. Yeah.
That's amazing because, I have two sisters, and one of my sisters is an entrepreneur. And both of us are good business women, I would say. But we couldn't think of, or maybe we should give it a try someday, of working together. And you guys are very inspiring for us to, for us to do someday. And
Hands, because I think nothing better than sisters as partners.
I know, like when I see both of you, and I can also see why people, why people think that Ta is elder one and Sue is younger one. It's also because the roles that you have externally, at least, not internally. Internally, we don't know anything about your operations and how things work, but externally, she is the model, you are the person behind the camera. So everybody that like I think it's our perception that has been put in our heads for ages that, the models are these bubbly and immature and, young things.
Yeah.
And then, the person behind the camera is the one who's directing and, organizing and managing everything. So
Yeah,
Maybe,
perhaps
yeah.
also because I am a big introvert and I speak very less, and I don't show. So people think that I'm really serious, and I stay away from chaos and stuff. So probably
To be
because
honest, I think we are doing a podcast just about this because we are only talking about in our the recent podcast we're talking about how both of us have some specific traits which people just will look at that and judge us, thinking I should be like this and Tanya is like this, but we are so different. that it's beautiful actually how people perceive you and actually how you are. Yeah.
All are part of ourselves, right? Like we show, there is one, you can show all your sides to the world because it will be very confusing for them. So there is one side that the world knows, there is one side that your work knows, one side that your family knows, one side that your friends know, and all of them together make you as you.
Yeah,
And
nice.
Yeah, nicely put. Yeah.
you know where I started my conversation with, so I was for the first time introduced to your product by my niece, and she is enamored by both of you. She is completely, and I really like that. I absolutely love that she has these two inspiring women to look up to. And
Very sweet.
and you know, I saw both of you in person, and I thought you were very stylish. So I went and looked up at your company, and was very impressed. And I thought that, you know, I found everything that I was looking for so many years at one place, which is, you know, style, comfort, professionalness, confidence, and above everything else, all those things in Indian clothes. So it's like, you know, it's like your heart, your brain, your off, like your workspace, everything combined in one so beautifully. So Mike, there is a question, by the way. So how did you create such perfection? Is how?
You said it so
You
beautifully.
said it so beautifully, and actually, a lot of people ask us, which leader do you follow, or have you read a book of some autobiography where you have followed some leader? There's one line which just stuck to me. It's not that I would just quote one. I'm not going to talk about a book, but then just one line when Steve Jobs said that, Apple was not there, but people never realized that, there could be such a beautiful product. And in the beginning also said that, right? Nobody would think that Indian wear would be stylish, and even foreigners or even people, I'm saying non-Indians, can also wear a sari and make it like a professional wear and not think like saris like those, however you can just wear it and just look shabby. It's not like that. So in our mind, we always felt that sari is such a beautiful attire. Looking at our grandmoms or a mom who wears sari so impeccably, like neatly, but they don't celebrate it. They just feel that, oh, sari, matlab, ghar mein pehno, ya, just, it's just like a regular thing and not celebrated. And we felt there's a need to celebrate that. And young girls, when they say, oh, I don't know how to wear a sari, and make it sound like, oh, it's such a big deal that I don't know how to wear a sari. Oh, you know how to wear a sari means probably you're from a two-tier city. That's why you know how to wear a sari, and I don't know. So that should not never become a big thing, and we felt bad.
And one more aspect was that I have a sari, beautiful one, but I don't find occasions to wear, So that part really stuck with us, and we were wondering, why can't you just wear a sari anytime? Like, you're wearing a clothes, it's another piece of cloth, so you just wear it, go to a pub, go to a party, go to movies, go to dinners, wherever. Why do you make it sound like it's such a difficult thing? You have to think before 2 days that you have to wear a sari after 2 days. You have to have matching earrings and blouse and petticoat.
And also the same thing. So this one is one-stop shop for sure. We wanted to solve it. Secondly, also the fact that in my mom's cupboard, there used to be two sections of saris. One was to wear outside, and one to wear it when inside the house. Me and Tanya would always pick the ones which are to be worn at house and accessorize it so well and wear it outside, because we felt those saris are much better. I don't know why are they called at-home saris.
Yeah.
So they're more breathable, they're pretty, and they're simple. So simplicity is what needed to be celebrated, and I think
in the corporates also, when we were there, and there were anyways very less few women. It was a little difficult to wear saris because you don't have your gang, because if I wear a sari suddenly, because people used to ask, is it your anniversary, is it your birthday, some special occasion? So I thought that I should be wearing a sari every day, maybe
to generalize it.
And when I went to the stores, local stores, and I asked for plain saris or simple ones, they said, why are you so young, why are you looking for all these widow saris?
So widow and like
these names. So we said we have to change the perspective.
So we changed it, I think,
for good.
Oh, that's such a beautiful story, because I remember I have always loved sari. And I remember that although, I didn't have your kind of courage to change the whole perspective of everyone. But like my friends who complained that they couldn't wear sari, I used to try to teach them how to wear sari. And then, most of my friends, you can't walk in sari, you can't walk in sari. So I would show them that actually walking in sari gives you grace. Like, you have to, like the clothing itself teaches you that you have to, because you have to kick the pleats, you have to walk in a straight line. So that it's like the garment itself makes you graceful. And you may not know, there is like, like the confidence and sari. I So you may know that Aishwarya Rai left architecture school like in third year or something, and she was little senior to me. So I knew few friends or few people who were in her class, because I studied architecture too, to complete the story. and and she used to come to school, like a college, architecture college. In one of days she would just come in sari, and it needed that kind of confidence. Like, and she was Aishwarya Rai. Even when she was a student, she was full of confidence, and she was Aishwarya Rai. I mean, she was exceptional then, and she was exceptional when she became an actress. And she used to come to sari, and she said the same thing, like our mothers wear it, our grandmothers wear it, why can't we wear it? They did a number of things in sari, much more complicated. Why can't we?
Yeah, I wonder if I could wear saris in college in engineering or MBA. It would be so beautiful, right?
I used to wear quite often.
Yeah,
I used to go to engineering college wearing saris. So yeah, I tried to change it then.
Yeah, and then I know that my confidence increases when I wear a sari. I feel beautiful inside out, and I get more compliments because of that, because I am feeling beautiful, right? So people also think that you are looking beautiful. So I know it's just that people just didn't embrace it as much as they
sari
could
as
have.
attire is a beautiful garment. It was not celebrated or not thought of as a very like graceful attire. So we wanted to change it for sure. Yeah.
You did it so beautifully. You did it absolutely beautifully. And I'm
Thank you.
thankful for you for that, and so many other women. I don't know, hundreds of thousands or millions. We are all thankful for you for doing that for us. And, in Empowered Women, many times, women ask business and career questions. So one of the questions that keeps on coming all the time is, how do I make my living at the same time save the world? Like, do I have to leave everything and save the world? Or, if I start making money, will I become really greedy and I can't save the world? And your business, Suta, I feel like has been able to do both. You are being great to the world, and you seem to be making your living just fine. So can you talk more about that?
I think you are a perfect example for that as well. You're making your living and also
Doing
following your
something else.
passion.
Yeah.
So
I think when your heart and mind are at the right place, wonders happen. Me and Tanya are good in creative field. I think, and both of us are, I think, good business women. We've studied business, so we did it right. Though I would not say we are experts in a lot of things, but I think we both of us have a very open mind. We are like sponges, always look empty. We keep asking questions and try to solve it. Though we make a lot of mistakes. I'm not saying we ask questions and we become perfect. We keep making mistakes as well, but then we keep asking questions. We never stop at asking questions, figuring out what has gone wrong or fixing it. And our heart is at the right place. We say that because we always wanted to make sure the society at large is benefited out of what we do. And one reason of moving from probably just buying random fabric to actually looking out for weavers is that because we wanted it to actually affect the grassroots level. So we wanted to impact the society.
Even now, if you say we have this mission that no matter what, all our decisions have to boil down to the same thing, that we are making some social impact, if not in a very large scale now, but even if it's in a small scale, it has to be right. The ethics has to be right. So even during the COVID situation, when there's so many weavers who were losing their jobs because the physical stores were closed and they were not able to uh, sell whatever stock they had. Whenever they reached out to us, we made sure, even if our the plan was not such that we will start working with so many weavers at a time, but we made sure we do it.
So even if we are cash negative at some points, we make sure that even if we have a little surplus somehow managed for some other project, we make sure we divert it to different weavers. So we keep adding weavers literally every week. A bunch of weavers get added to our family so that nobody is starving, and really it's the handloom industry of India or the entire loom industry. It's really struggling at this point, and we are making sure that rather than just looking at just the profit bit of it, we are also looking at why we started Suta is basically to impact people, and that's why we are taking them on board and making sure even if there are rejects or if there are issues with helping them somehow, we're giving them advances so that they can buy thread and start working and not lose.
So again, going back to your question, we diverted so much that how do you make sure you also earn a living? I think what Sujata said is that if your heart and mind is at the right place, you will do the right thing and you will start making money in the field that you want to grow in. So yeah.
And you didn't divert at all. You gave me a complete picture, and that's what I was looking for, which is, like many people will try to have a smaller number of people engaged, like smaller number of employees, which is, weavers are actually your employees in a way, and smaller number of employees so that you make larger profits. But in your case, you are looking at that, which is the right way to look at it, which I feel, which is, more weavers you engage, bigger even you can get, more products you can make. And I am pretty sure you have the ability in, and your product has that honesty, which kind of it is, it will just sell on its own because people need it. So they are going to buy it.
Yeah, thanks. But yeah, we believe that that we are doing good and somehow the good will happen to us, and that's how we keep sometimes we take big decisions which are scary decisions, but we just take a leap of faith and just take decisions thinking, no, if we have done it right, if we've thought about it rightly, and we are not somehow trying to extract money out of people and not being unfair at all, then good will automatically happen. And yeah, we try to do that, and that has worked well for us also because of the community of people, loving people like you guys, really. Since you're talking so well about us without even exactly knowing what we do, that shows that that through the way we are trying to either communicate, at least our message is going out, even if people don't know us, but then through social media or probably word of mouth, at least people are getting to know what our story is, so which means a lot.
Yeah. And anyone, at least in India, any friends that I have who have any kind of good taste are already following you. So, which also says a lot about you. And I just, before I go to the next question, I just wanted to highlight something else I appreciated, which is you called both of yourself as sponges. And that is such an important attitude in business and any success, to keep on learning all the time and having that humility that we don't know everything, but we are going to try this anyways. And we will, as we learn, we will keep on improving. It gives me goosebumps that, it's such a perfection of attitude in spite of having, such a nicely flourishing, beautiful looking business. You don't have that, you don't have any arrogance at all. And I really love that.
I think we'll keep staying like this forever.
Hopefully, yeah, we just don't never change. We wouldn't hate to change because in spite of sometimes feeling that we are doing everything right. So a lot of people ask us about social media strategy because,
it has worked well.
It has worked well for us. And a lot of people think that in 4 years, without spending money on getting likes, we just have grown on social media front. So a lot of people ask us, how have you done it? Why? I think just making sure that you just tell honestly whatever is going on in your life. It just makes a lot of difference. Yeah, I think we have to stay like this.
You will. I have, I have very big confidence in both of you, that because everything is coming from a very real place. It's not something that it's not an attitude that you developed for your business. It's not an attitude that you developed for being successful. You had that attitude, you started using it more for making this world better, making weavers make their living, making women look beautiful and confident. So love that.
Thank you. And yeah, if you ask me to change and show some air, I start sweating. My palms start dripping. I can't tell you if I have to put up another face. Yeah, thanks.
It is lot of work to be pretentious. Like it is a lot of work to be. Yeah. So who wants to put in that extra hard work? Then, I have also seen glimpses of sustainability, and I personally feel very guilty, and I have a few friends who feel guilty for not doing enough for sustainability or not doing it right for sustainability. Like, we feel like, should I be recycling this? Should I not be recycling? Should I be buying this? Should I not be buying this? And yet, I think if we buy Suta, we are very confident that we are being sustainable by supporting Suta. And how it happens, one is, how are you able to convey it so well? And most importantly, how are you able to do it so well? Like sustainability in your business, how do you do it?
Sustainability as a word itself is a misleading term at some point. And also it's not just about shopping in a particular way, but it's also about living sustainably. So you have to just do everything mindfully. And at Suta, I think we try to, since we believe in it so strongly since childhood, even if at a lot of places we go wrong, at a lot of places we sometimes use polyester thread, some of our looms are power loom. So we have certain things, but still to give out the message that even if something is polyester or something is a power loom, make sure you wear it 100 times. So a sari which is probably made with pure cotton or pure silk, which is sustainable, completely sustainable, and even woven in hand, if you don't even wear it once and just keep it in the cupboard, that's not sustainable behavior. So things which has to be done mindfully is what makes your living sustainable. Sometimes it's not just about the fabric or the process, it's about the mindset you have. How many things are you buying, or are you actually willing to wear it? If you don't want to wear it even once, then just don't buy at all. That's what sustainable behavior.
And there was this conference I attended once about handloom, and there was this speaker who was wearing a handloom sari. And in the entire hall, the AC was, on. It was winter, and the doors were constantly open. Nobody was trying to close it. And you're talking about handloom and sustainability. That doesn't make sense, just draping a handloom sari and polluting the entire world, and you're just recording a video. So all these messages, we constantly keep telling people that, you have to make the entire thing sustainable. That's why on social media, even if the brand doesn't, have these
organic color. Yeah, even if we don't have sell organic color, but then we try to tell them what sustainability means, and it's in very basic terms.
And we always say that what we do as people in our personal lives, that maybe make bioenzymes or we make manures ourselves, don't throw your waste, try to reduce your waste if you can, how to segregate it. So we're trying to make videos out of it, probably because since we have followers and since people get inspired by us, we think that
we'll make
if
a
we
difference,
can change 5 people's lifestyle in small ways, then probably we can help out a lot. And in Suta, what we do is we train our employees, because we have a huge number of big team now.
It's almost 45 member team. So to make sure that they understand what we say, it's very important that we are preaching something and they don't understand. So if they're opening a plastic quickly, and we have to pack 100 parcels today, we have to pack 500 parcels today and throw the plastic here. So that will just entirely spoil the message, right? So we are so particular that even if we ship, instead of 200, we're shipping 150. You make sure the polythenes are stacked neatly and they are shipped back to the village so that they can reuse it. That message is so loud and clear that what is more important? Not actually shipping more parcels, but actually making sure the plastics are folded neatly and they go back, because without plastic, we can't really live. In monsoons, everything will get wet. So we are using plastics, but making sure the plastics go back, they're getting reused, we're not tearing it.
when you're buying more plastics, even if they are recyclable, do you really know who is recycling it? Is it not going to a landfill? So all these aspects we always try to tell our employees. So we think that if we can change it in a small way, then probably we can impact in a larger way later in future. So yeah, that's how.
Like, you're awesome. It's like, you just have everything figured out. Like,
No, not at all.
it is, one of the most difficult things is about doing anything is making someone else understand how to do it correctly, and actually putting it in action without making them feel like they need to do extra work. So if you had put both pressures on them, that we need to put send out maximum products out, and at the same time you have to save the plastic and fold the plastic nicely and put it back, it wouldn't have made sense. But you have nicely, humanly, even in that small example, which makes a big impact, how you can, they are human. Even like all of us human have very limited capacity. We can't do everything. So we have to know the cost and benefit and risk and reward balance perfectly. And it when, like, if I go on looking at every item that we talked about, that balance, the word balance, it perfectly, and you're able to create it. I just wanted to mention one more thing that I saw is you your large following has you take it as a responsibility. And I so appreciate it, because I am a firm believer that if people love you, if they give you a celebrity status, they're putting a responsibility on you to show them what is the right thing and lead them to do the things that you believe in. And
we really believe it, because I know there are a lot of young girls and there are a lot of different age group people who are following us and looking up to us. One statement that goes out wrong, one message that goes out wrong will have so much impact. And even for the description of the saris and the products we write, for example, blouses and saris, there are a lot of sari names which are very critical and very gray area. For example, we have a sari called Fallen Sitara, a collection called Fallen Sitara, and it talks about not fallen women, but anxiety, body shaming issues, depression. So these small things, we are not trying to be preachy, but we are telling that, hey, I have also been there. Just because I look a certain way doesn't mean I have not gone through it. So we are all alike. We have all passed through these phases. So just to say that, oh, hey, I'm also there, hang on, whatever happening in your life, everyone's gone through it. And it's just as difficult for you as for everybody else. So we try to talk about it more, so that it's not just selling saris, but also selling a lot of story that has come along. Like we literally are storytellers. I think we both want to tell stories through our saris and try to uplift the society in a positive way. So smaller steps like that, inspiration of saris coming from names like that, is what is a very key thing.
Also, and also we keep social media as a storytelling platform. It's not just for how to sell more products, or because when we have these sessions at colleges or conferences, then people keep asking what's the strategy behind it. But we say that we don't have a selling strategy on social media. We only try to tell our messages, tell our story, and people love it, and hence it converts to purchases also. So it was not the other way around that we started doing it. So yeah,
I think we are again digressing.
It was really important. So the honesty that you have, it's like you just say what you believe in, you just say how you feel, and because it's so honest and transparent, it just works. It's like it's thing that we just talked about. Pretending is just too much hard work.
Pretending is hard work. But it's not that it's always good. Like sometimes we get a lot of negativity and bashing sometimes. For example, somebody did a Thakurayan shoot, which is just a recent event. So somebody said Thakurayan is like a community of people probably who have exploited other people, and that's how she's become a Thakurayan. But that is not true, right? Everything has a gray side to it. So we it's and we really believe that if somebody is talking something and they are literally engaging in a intellectual conversation, we should also talk to them like a human being, like a human being talking to another human being rather than a brand talking to a person. So in the entire social media team or the entire communications team we have, the customer support team, they understand exactly how both of us think, and they write in such a beautiful way that the other person doesn't feel offended. But also we are putting across a story saying, there's always two sides to it. The Thakurayan is not just, probably she's born in a Thakurayan family and she wants to do uplift the entire village and she's doing something right. You never know what has gone and what is a journey. So that's what I'm saying. The messages might not be taken right, or sometimes it goes wrong because it's just English words, right? It could be interpreted so many ways. But yeah, we try to do our best. We keep telling us.
And also fighting against stereotypes. Like if someone is stereotyping us as because we are women we can't do certain things, we can't run a business, that is also stereotyping. So if you feel like Thakurayan is bad, you're being stereotyping a Thakurayan, which is unfair.
Yeah. True.
Same rules should apply to everyone. Like
Yeah.
that is, I guess, because that is something that comes with being a public person, that you are. So there will always be people who will say certain things about, wouldn't agree with you. And I really like that you are with kindness you are replying to them and making your side understood, and which is what we need to have conversations with people who do not agree with us, and that's how we are, I think that's how we can save the world.
Yes, that's true.
Is there, this is my last question, and I ask it to all impressive women that I have met through my journey of empowered women, is there any one piece of advice that you could give for someone who wants to, most importantly, who wants to have a business that is saving the world and is making money too?
Ataya will have a different answer, I think. But for me, very important is trusting people. You will face a lot of issues in trusting, and you would want to do micromanagement by just doing everything on your own. But make sure that you have a team of trusted people, and then let them be. Even when it comes to choosing partner, like a company who you're working with, freelancer, or it can be any third party, make sure you trust them. It's very easy to keep questioning. It's good thing that you question, you doubt them and figure it out, but then trust is a very difficult thing that doesn't come naturally. You have to work towards it. Make sure you have it in your mind that you have to let go of your doubts and start trusting people. In the beginning, we have actually faced this, and I think I cannot emphasize this enough, that you have to trust people. Apart from the things that you have to plan your business well and all those things, I think trusting doesn't come easy, and you have to make sure you trust. Otherwise, doing a business, it's very, very difficult. You have to trust your maid, you have to trust your partner to take care of the house, you have to trust your driver to make sure you drive safely. You have to trust everybody in the journey.
Yeah, that is completely true. And we faced problems in the beginning when we, initially we got cheated and we didn't trust. So yeah, this is a beautiful message. Another piece of advice is, again, having your heart and mind in the right place. And having your work ethics right, because when you're growing, when you start small, it's all okay, it's all going fine. But when you start growing, sometimes you lose your the motives you have started with, you lose it, and you just roam around here and there, and then everything goes haywire. So having the ethics right, if you want to save the world and empower more people and be in the right journey, so charting out the path from before and having milestones, that really helps.
both of you, like, very important messages. One is that, like you said, trusting, and which is, has to do with delegating. Like, you don't need to be a superwoman and try to do everything yourself. You have to give others opportunity to do things, and they will learn. If they don't know, they will learn. Everybody learns. And being grounded. Oh my God, can't. Thank you for, highlighting it again and again. And, we are coming back in circle. I have 100% faith in you that both of you are such kind and honest and transparent people that you will always remain grounded. And I'm so thankful. I want all the, not just women, this is empowered women, but this is also about, making this world right. So I would want everyone to listen to this interview and from your example, learn. And imagine if all businesses become like Suta, they are like honest, transparent, well run, everyone in the ecosystem is happy, and customers are happy, and they're getting, it will be such a perfect world. Imagine.
Yeah, it's not really so perfect, but yes, I believe that. I believe that. I think 80% we are there out there. Like we are happy. Both of us are happy. At the end of the day, we sleep with a smile on our face. We get up with a smile and think, yes, we have to do it. There's so many people out there who are dependent on us. Let's go kill it. We get up like that.
And I can vouch for this fact that everyone working in Suta is really happy.
Yes.
Because that was one of, again, another motive that, nobody goes to the bed with a sad face when you're working with Suta. At least not for the work area. So personal problems will be there. I can't do anything.
But yeah, so work-wise, we'll make sure they're happy. Yeah, we have achieved that, so it's a big tick. But yeah, true.
Yeah, but you are actually, you do it unintentionally, but you are doing it. Just imagine, if you have stress, big stress at workplace, what kind of personal life do you have? So if you are taking that big stress in, somehow, our work has become our life. So it really impacts a lot on what happens in our personal life. And you are taking that away from them, that, that you're taking the major stress away. So at least working towards it. Some people you can't do it 100%, which is a personality thing, but you're doing it as much as you can. So you are influencing their personal lives also by making them stress-free for work. Awesome. Thank you so much. I am so glad that I talked to you. And most importantly, my niece is going to think I'm so awesome now. Finally she's going to. It might have sounded like, I wanted to learn all the, great business, save the world and everything. But actually, secretly, I just wanted to impress my niece.
Yeah, big, hug to your niece as well for liking us.
Who's closer to you? You can go and give her a hug. Yeah. So thank you, both of you, for being here. And I'll just...
Thank you for having us. Yeah, thank you for having us. We love talking to you. Thank you.
Me too.